Sorry, what? I was just thinking about a movie that I watched again recently.
Which one's that?
Cloverfield.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I think we should talk about monsters.
I love
Welcome to another episode of Nerd Time with the Nicks. I'm Nick with a K.
I'm Nick with a C.
And on today's Watch It, we're going to be talking about favorite movie monsters. And when I say movie monsters, I'm counting like Frankenstein, Dracula, werewolves, and like kaiju, like, Godzilla and his, the creatures that he fights too.
Yeah. You start.
I start.
You start.
Well, I was watching Cloverfield again last night, and this time I didn't get motion sickness. And
yeah, that's a really hard one.
oh yeah, I saw it in theaters, and it was.
Oh God.
I want to see its which apparently is a sequel to his 10 Cloverfield Lane or whatever it is.
So I will say about Cloverfield, I liked it, but I don't think it's one of the best. That's for sure.
No.
Yeah.
But my favorite movie monster is and always will be Godzilla.
Yeah.
I love the Godzilla movies, more so than King Kong.
Yeah.
King Kong hasn't had as many Godzilla movies. He's never had a good. Actually, technically, there was a Godzilla movie that he was in. It was Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yeah.
But I love Godzilla, and I know a lot of people don't like the two remakes, the two American versions that they did.
I love them. I just love them.
I liked them. I thought, the Godzilla one with Matthew Broderick and Hank Azaria of Simpsons fame was very quirky and like it wasn't scary or anything.
I think it was supposed to be a B movie. That was the point, and people went in and then were disappointed that it was a B movie. But that's the point of Godzilla. It's never been a serious franchise ever.
No. Well, considering that they was a guy that wore a rubber suit.
I know.
But then this year, obviously they had CG.
Yeah. And the newest Godzilla was amazing.
Oh, I loved it. I wasn't a big fan of the story. But I loved Godzilla. Like, he was just fantastic. Like, I remember seeing it in the theater when he went to go do his atomic breath and his spine lit up. I'm like, oh.
I find, like, with monster movies, I don't care how bad it is. At the moment that monster shows up on screen, I'm in love, and that you just can't convince me it's a bad movie, because I love monsters that much.
Yeah.
I just get so excited.
I thought it was pretty cool. I just wish they would have had more Godzilla in it.
Yeah. Mine is actually Vin Diesel in Pitch Black.
I don't know if you can really count him as a monster, though.
No. I'm just kidding. But he was amazing in that movie. I'm just saying.
Oh, the Pitch Black movies were fantastic.
Oh, God, those monsters were great.
They were fantastic. Like, I love the Pitch Black. Like, and when I say Pitch Black, I mean, the first one, the Chronicles of Riddick, and then Riddick.
See, now, I like the Chronicles of Riddick and Riddick, but Pitch Black is just above those. It was fantastic.
It was
really good.
I remember seeing that and I'm like, oh, this movie's awesome. I think I watched it 2 or 3 times in the first week that I got it on DVD.
Yeah. But in actuality, my favorite movie monster is not a particular monster. It's dinosaurs. Just dinosaurs in general. In any movie. That's it. That's just my favorite. If there's a dinosaur in the movie, I love it. There's this one about dinosaur sharks. Loved it. Dinosaur sharks. That's the best thing ever.
Okay.
Oh my God, it was so funny. It was just the best thing ever. But I don't find any of them scary at all. I just love them.
Another favorite movie monster of mine is Jaws.
Yes.
The shark. And the first one. I've seen all the other ones and I did not like them.
How have we not mentioned Alien yet? What are they called? The xenomorph or whatever?
Yeah, xenomorphs.
They're amazing.
They're a really cool idea, and if you go into the expanded, beyond the movies, you can actually learn more about them. How when they infect a host, the facehugger infects the host, and the alien that grows from that host will actually have characteristics of that host. That's why the xenomorphs were humanoid. They could walk on their hind legs.
Yeah.
And everything. In the expanded, it's set in the same world as Predator.
Everything.
And apparently Ezio's in the building, if you guys heard that. they're setting the same thing, and I seen a picture. If I can find it, I'll post it. Where they infected a predator, and so it was a combination of a xenomorph and a predator.
Just thinking of the xenomorphs, they really remind me of the creatures in Pitch Black, and it's interesting how these monster movies will all kind of borrow from each other, and it's fine. I don't
steal
care.
Some ideas.
Yeah, I absolutely don't care because they're amazing. So who cares?
I look at it as almost as a homage.
Yeah.
Because there's like the older movies influence today's movies.
For sure. You want to hear the scariest monster I ever saw? Like actually terrified me. It was in Doctor Who. And it was a giant wasp. And it was just like a puppet costume. But I was so terrified I couldn't finish watching the episode. I have this thing. I have puppet phobia.
Puppet phobia.
And then I also have a thing about insects. I don't like giant insects. So it was just like this combination of everything I hate. So I was terrified.
Don't watch 8-Legged Freaks.
Oh God, no.
That was a horrible movie.
And I can't watch Willow because just puppets. Puppets terrify me. Like I get so scared.
One of my favorite horror movies, it's got the monster creature in it. Is this? I think it's an alien parasite. It's called. The movie's called Slither.
Oh yeah.
It's the first movie by James Gunn, who.
Oh, was that his first movie?
I think it was his first directorial debut.
We love James Gunn here.
Yeah, we've talked about him before. He's the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, but if you haven't seen Slither, watch it.
It's good.
It was creepy. And my wife, she's like, I loved it, but I will never watch it again. Because it's about these little, almost leech-like things that infect people and take it over.
Yeah.
And it's great because it's also got Michael Rooker.
Yeah.
And Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
And that's another good one.
You gotta love him too. And one more monster we need to bring up because it would just be a shame not to. Tremors, the sandworms.
Tremors.
How do you not mention the sandworms when you're talking about movie monsters?
Oh, the Tremors.
All of those movies are amazing. Period.
The graboids.
Oh God.
That's what they called them in the movie. It was graboids.
It was so good though.
It was cheesy, but it was awesome. I love that.
Kevin Bacon, come on now. That was back when movies they had to rely on the story, so they tended to be just better. I'm sorry, they just did.
Yeah, I actually did like the Tremors movies. I thought they were, at least the first two. They kind of went a little more ridiculous after that.
It was okay. The sandworms made up for it.
They had flying ones.
Yeah.
And the second one had the ASS blasters.
How do you not love that?
And, it was just cheesy, but... It was still pretty cool.
It was so good.
I don't know. I think that's.
I could keep going forever.
I could go on too.
Oh my God.
I could go on too.
We haven't even touched on horror movie monsters, demon thingies.
Well, we'll cover horrors on another episode.
I'm so sad. I don't want to finish.
We'll talk about horror movies maybe next week.
Okay. I can do horror movies.
Anyway, I can do horror movies too. I've watched a lot. But I haven't found it. The only good one I found is Slither.
It's my favorite genre.
Anyway, I think that's enough for today. See you in the future.
Or in the past. Adios, amigos.
Does this look like a horror movie? No. I think my face is good enough to do that.
It's terrifying.
It is.